If you're watching this video, then chances are you've got tons of questions about visiting Lofoten Islands in Norway. We've been there as well, so we'll tell you everything you need to know. In this video, we're diving into everything you need for your first time visiting Lofoten. Let you know how expensive it really is, do you need a car, what the weather's really like, some must-do activities, and just how cold it really gets there. Oh, and we've splurged $300 on a Northern Lights tour, so will we get to see the elusive Northern Lights? Fingers crossed. Let's find out together. First things first on how expensive Lofoten really is how you're getting there. So plane is going to be a little bit more expensive as the ferries are free. However, a lot of the ferries do get cancelled during the winter, so plane is definitely more reliable. All the flights and ferries go through Buda Airport or Port, which is the main hub which connects all the islands. So we flew into Skrova, but you can also fly into Leknes. We found the pricing for our Airbnb pretty reasonable. It was only 50 Australian dollars each per night. We did have 5 of us in an apartment, and there was heaps of hotels to pick from in town as well. We were surprised to see that there was over 5 supermarkets in the town. The town was heaps bigger than we thought. We did find food to be a little bit more expensive than the rest of Europe, though.
We just arrived in Lofoten and we're actually like,
oh my gosh,
so obsessed already. It looks incredible. Just our initial thoughts. It's actually a little less snowy than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, but I think it's been quite a warm winter, they've said.
And we checked the weather and it's going to be like the perfect weather when we're here. So we're so excited to show you everything we've been up to.
All day, every day, sunrise and sunset. I mean, not all day, for 3 hours.
We're just like looking around, just like in total like awe.
A big question for us when working out our trip was, were we going to hire a car? We were a little too nervous to drive in the super snowy conditions, so we decided not to hire a car, which was why we based ourselves in Skrova, because it was easy to get to from the airport. There was a bus and taxis into the town, and it was also a bit of a hub for doing activities like getting the ferry across to other islands, getting the bus down to other towns, hiking, as well as doing Northern Lights tours.
Brittany, how cold is it right now?
So it said it's -7, but feels like -10. And to give you an idea, you can't have your gloves off for very long because your hands feel frozen. But I got a good body temperature and I'm pretty good, but these guys are frozen.
My hand is literally like, it's out of the glove right now and I think it's about to fall off.
But we got our thermals on, and then we got like trackies on top. And then I got 2 jumpers and my puffer and my scarf and my beanie.
Yeah. So definitely come prepared.
So as long as you've got lots of warm clothes, you'll be right.
Okay, so yesterday it was absolutely beautiful
Sunshine.
in Skrova. Or if I'm saying that right. Skrova. And
Skrova.
today it is pissing down with snow. I gotta get my eyes open. There's not much snow coming down. You probably see it. We are covered head to toe in snow. Just going for a little walk. But this is really important to know because you really need to take it as it comes. You know, if it's snowing, probably stay inside. And if it's really nice, get out and explore as quick as you can because
and you also have
the weather can change so quickly.
You also have to...
Bloody hell!
You also have to... I can't even think.
Yeah.
You also have to, you know, think about when you're booking. Move over, there's a car coming. When you're booking your trip, you just face the other way. It's like facing into the snow.
Okay, that's better. Yeah.
You have to think about when you book your trip to probably plan a few extra days because not all the weather. If you want to do things, the weather's probably not going to be good on all the days.
Definitely.
And
not.
on those days, you only have like 3 hours of daylight.
So make use of it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you can really only plan one thing a day.
Yeah, definitely.
The weather can change pretty quickly here, so definitely check the weather forecast and make sure you make the most of those sunny days and plan ahead accordingly, but also prepare for the worst. 4 p.m. and it is pitch black.
Pitch black?
Pitch black. See the stars in the sky.
Where's the Northern Lights?
We're waiting for the Northern Lights.
Okay, so this is the hike we're doing. This is from Slovenia, and it's like not a Slovenia.
Svolvia.
Anyway, it's quite like a easy to moderate hike that we're doing, and it's probably taking us about like half an hour to get to the side of it, and we're gonna go up that mountain up there and just have a beautiful view over the town. So good, easy to medium hike for anyone looking for it.
I think I've had enough. No,
Come on. Oh my god, so much ice on my beard. Okay, so we tried to go up this mountain, but I think we have to cap it here because it looks so sketchy up ahead. Even though I'd be really sick, I think it's probably better to be safe.
And we don't have the right shoes.
We don't have the right shoes either.
Oh, spikes, all cold.
It's literally like vertical, look at this. Chef, are we giving up on this mountain? Stephanie's down. What were you saying, Mum?
I said, there's 3 people up on that mountain. I thought that was you. I kept yelling out, too dangerous. And then I heard you laughing and just coming around there.
So it's all good.
All good.
Whoa.
Almost at the top of the hike, but look at this view. Even though there can be some super snowy and windy days and cold days there, the sunrise, sunset, daylight hours are just stunning and these viewpoints are amazing. So it is currently 8 a.m. in the morning, as you can see. It looks like the middle of the night, but we are about to get the ferry from Svolvia across to a little island called Skrova, and that is meant to be the Hawaii of the Lofotens. However, we obviously are going in winter, so apparently the beach you can swim in all year round. We didn't bring our bathers.
So
over.
Brittany's very excited for that. She's going to go for a plunge.
I dipped my foot in. But yeah, apparently it's still beautiful. So we're going to go over, check it out. It's going to be a nice sunny day today. So hopefully we maybe get the sunrise over on the boat. Well, it might not be light enough yet because the sun doesn't rise till 10, but maybe a few cotton candy skies when we get there. And then we've got about 3 hours of sunlight and we'll get the 2 p.m. ferry back. So apparently the island's quite small, we can walk around in like half an hour. And then maybe on the way back we get the sunset, we'll see. And bonus, the boat is free. I'll be the only one heading over to this island.
Literally the only ones on the boat. This is the main restaurant in town, Brittany.
It looks really cute actually. We'll probably head there later because we have 5 hours here. But they've still got their Christmas tree up.
So there's only a few ferries a day?
Yeah, so there's only one now at 9:15, which we obviously haven't seen the island yet. Well, there's one at 2:45, so that's the one we'll get.
Okay, so we've just made it to Skrova.
Skrova?
And it looks so cute.
It's so cute.
Very quaint. Not much here, but we're about to go do a little bit of hike up to the top of the island. That's really cool. But I found a little cool fact. See, there's a lot of houses in Lofoten that are red. And the reason why they're red is quite obvious, is because when the fishermen were out at sea, they would be able to see their houses from a distance. But the more interesting fact is how they got the colour to be red. So when they were fishing and they would catch whales as well, there'd be so much whale blood, they would keep it and mix it with the paint. And in the paint, they would paint their houses this rich red colour. Obviously over the years they don't do that anymore, but so that's why the houses are red in all of Lofoten. Pretty interesting. Yeah.
So we did get pretty lucky on our days by having 2 days of full sunshine. So I think those days were around -5, but we did get a few colder days, which were around -7 to -10. But we did hear it can get to -20 degrees. So definitely be prepared for those weathers. We also did have a day where it was wind gusts up to 30 kilometers, I think it was, which was quite cold that day just because of all the wind as well. And also, if you're going to do the Northern Lights at night time, it does get quite cold at night too.
Where are we, Witters?
Henningsvær? I don't know how to say it.
This is one of the things you can do from Skrova.
Skrova. It's
Skrova.
meant to be the little Venice. So they say.
Oh, but it's very windy. And it's very famous for having the epic soccer field.
Oh, I'm really blown away.
Literally like carved into like the mountain, like into the stone. So we're gonna go have a look at that now, and then see what else we want to do. We might have to go retreat and get a hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
It's very cold.
Something that we were really not sure about when packing for this kind of weather, because we don't really have snow at home and we'd never really been to this kind of climate before, and we were like not sure how much like layers and stuff we'd need.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've sort of been wearing every day is our thermals and thermal pants.
And we got these ones from Uniqlo.
Yeah, they're the
like
heat ultra warm heat tech. They've been really good.
And sometimes they're too good.
Yeah, so on
Especially-
public transport, sometimes we'll take them off because it's really hot.
Yeah, but these are like have been like a lifesaver. So definitely, if you're looking for thermals, get them.
Then on top of our thermals, we've been mainly wearing our tracksuit pants. And then
And
a
mainly
t-shirt on
that's
top.
enough, really. Just thermals and tracksuits.
Yeah, and a jumper.
Sometimes I wear thermals, jeans, and tracksuits.
Yeah, I think I did that one day, but it's a bit unnecessary.
It's kind of tough because like in our backpacks they're so small, so we have to try and be like smart with what we bring.
Yeah. And then we've been wearing 2 pairs of socks most days just because our feet have been a little bit cold. But our bodies have always been really warm with the thermals on. It was only really been our hands and feet that sometimes get cold. But yeah, so we often wear a jumper on top, and then sometimes I've worn a second jumper on top, or just our puffer jackets.
Just like a normal cotton jumper, but supposedly it's actually in like really, really cold climates, probably wool is better.
And then our puffer jackets on top.
And then our puffer jackets are from Kathmandu, a company in Australia, and they actually go down into this little tiny bag. I'll show you how small it goes, so that's a good thing for travelling.
Then I've had my scarf, and then just gloves. These aren't the gloves I've actually been wearing, but these are examples of gloves. You got to keep your hands warm, because I feel like when you're walking out in the cold, it's your hands that really get cold, isn't it?
Yeah. So the main things that you really need to be aware of is like keeping your head warm and your feet warm.
Yeah, beanie, very necessary.
Super necessary.
And also I feel like the scarf's been good. You can sort of like wrap it around and really keep your chest warm too, and like tuck that into your jumper or puffer jacket. Like a lot of people I think that are really out in the cold have like the balaclava or like the neck warmers and stuff.
Oh yeah, neck warmers as well.
But we've found the scarves have been fine for us.
Also, another like little like warning is like they've said that this winter has been quite warm compared to other winters. So if you're watching this, it might be even colder for you. So you maybe have to think about buying, extra layers or extra warm gloves.
Or just like the neck warmers and stuff. But yeah, I guess we just got lucky with that because it's only been from maximum, probably I think -7 was the coldest it got.
Yeah.
But it does get to -20, -30.
Yeah.
So that's on like really extreme days. So we, did get quite lucky with ours. Another thing we were really unsure of was shoes. So we bought our normal sort of runners.
So Brittany literally has like
I
New
literally
Balances.
have New Balances that if they get wet in the rain, they get wet.
Yeah.
But we've been quite lucky. They've been fine in the snow. When you walk in the snow sort of like just pushes off them. So my feet haven't been that wet, but Mitch has like his Salomons, which are waterproof, so they've been a bit better.
And they've been actually like so handy. My feet have not been like wet at all.
And then one of the place we're staying at the moment has provided these like proper boots, which is good, snow boots. So obviously if you can bring something like this is best.
But if you're on like a backpacking, budget, or you can't really afford to do that, just a nice pair of like waterproof like hiking shoes will probably do the trick as well.
Yeah.
But saying that, it hasn't been too wet and snowy since we've been here.
Yeah.
But I think realistically you're probably fine with just
you
these.
You could get away with just these.
If you're only here for like,
short
like
time.
a week or two.
And even I got away with wearing my runners, really.
Yeah, most of the time.
Well, I actually did buy these like waterproof snow covers for your shoes, which were $15 on Amazon, but they ripped on day one.
So not the best idea.
So they were good when they lasted, but we did a hike on day one and they ripped like straight away.
Yeah, so realistically, don't be too scared of like what you need to bring. Just like as long as you have thermals, a good pair of gloves, a beanie, and a good pair of like shoes, then you're fine. Realistically, everything else is like kind of interchangeable.
Yeah, and also most of these really cold places, they have like shops where you can buy things as emergency as well.
Yeah, so if you ever forget anything or you lose anything, you can just buy backups or replacements of anything you need. But this is the jacket that I was just like wearing, and it goes down to like this little tiny package. So this is also probably a good thing to buy if you're a backpacker or traveling with a small suitcase to try and conserve space, because some of the other snow jackets can get quite big. So that's another thing to think about as well. Off
to see the Northern Lights tonight. Fingers crossed we can see it. You have to factor in all these weather conditions, but there was an app we were using, so it says it was 60% chance, which is good. I think the maximum you can get is like 80%, but there's no point in going if it's below 30%. So fingers crossed. We were tossing up what company to book it through because we were doing a tour. On the first night we were here, we thought we might be able to just see it from the town, but it didn't happen and it was 80%. So we thought, let's just be safe and book a tour. So they take you further out so there's less light pollution. But yeah, there was two that we were looking at. One was $200, I think, but it wasn't guaranteed that you'll see it, which obviously none of them are. But the other one was $280, so it was a bit more expensive, but it had a money back guarantee. So if you don't see the lights, you get a full refund. So we decided to go with that because we were nervous to like pay $200 and then not see it. We were like, we'd rather pay $280 and either not see it and get a refund or see it. So we'll link the tour that we booked as well below.
Great.
The tour was really great. They picked you up from town and took you out to a few different places, and they really monitored how the Northern Lights were showing and where was the best place to see it, and they helped you take the best possible pictures as well. They taught us how to shoot with our cameras in the dark so you could see the stars and focus on people as well. They also gave us some information on the Northern Lights, how it all works, and also some information on the stars in the northern sky.
Hey, thank you so much for watching our Lofoten guide. We know it's really hard to plan for this kind of like environment, so I hope this video really helped you. We're currently not in Lofoten, we're in another amazing location.
We needed some sunshine.
But if you can guess where we are, we'll pin your comment, so guess below. And remember to subscribe and like the video, it really helps us small creators.